Na, 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 na. That's my home. Y'all hate on Mississippi. That land of the wild niggas, man. Shout out to all the whole America, man. We love everybody. Anytime you came to Mississippi, man, you had a show. I guarantee you got love like a mug from Mississippi, P. If you had whatever you got the love there. They be trying to, false shepherds, you know what I'm saying, trying to intervene side. You know what I'm saying, the Most High. I mean, we got the end up there, man, asking for money, and all these members, man. It's a lot of people, a lot of manpower, and no one has got no land. You know, that's the type of things you should be looking at if you're thinking about joining the NOI, things of that nature. Because when you got maybe I'll do another Million Man March. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of money, I'm pretty sure. But this was during the time where, everything was hidden. But now this is the great it's in the prophecy, G. They're going to keep trying to stop it. We got good stuff, but at the same time, we got mugs on the other end, button pushing like, it's just, do we got corn on the land or what is it, man? Can we be self-sufficient? Can we go ahead and get some wheat growing or some kind of millet or some type of old ancient grains and store it up in case of famine? Can we do stuff like that, man? We know you learn from the best, Malcolm X, What we gonna do with the money? We already got Trump talking about the tariffs and all of this shit going on. We know niggas was put up as collateral. Why we weren't trying to separate and expatriate, be expats on our own land type shit? Try to reclaim our own land at that time. Now it's deep as hell now. Now we got all kinds of things weren't addressed all the way because we're separated. Now, when my people who's watching this, who's a part of the NOI, who's part of the Nation of Earth, who's just a free spirited, man, connecting with our creator is the best thing you can ultimately do. Cultivating that relationship, man. That's the best thing you can do. You're pretty fucked, all right? You gotta say it just like that. You're pretty fucked, all right? So, we're supposed to follow people who don't have nothing to stand on, like no foundation. We're standing on a law according to them, but we're still in a commerce society, not even doing things while these people sitting back in mansions and shit like that. See, this is how the false prophets work. These are the false gods work on the second resurrection. But we're taking the second resurrection back right now because a lot of shit going on in that. A lot of these religions are starting to get, taken over, in spirituality and nature and connection with them all high is starting to take place now. Either that or anything else. You can't serve two. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to serve two. So a lot of these things is coming to transpire. So we're in the last little fun days for their asses. Because when you're dealing with, inequality, you can talk it, but if you're not really walking it in this day and age, shit's finna get swept right from under your ass. You could have been, the false prophets could have been told you about the science of the Kundalini. It'll tell you certain things and hint at it. And then you got YouTuber ones who are like toxic crusaders who raised a lot of money and promised certain things with certain universities, and a lot of the youngs that was taken advantage of with their innocence and was like, I'm gonna follow them. Mugs like Young Pharaoh, mugs like Bro Polite, who's tried to get you. Bro Polite was trying to get individuals consciously aware of dealing with currency and money and trading and shit like that, and buying houses and mansions for like $800 and renting them out. But that shit didn't really come to pass because you had another false god that came in the game who was Young Pharaoh, who was trying to destroy that mug. Remember, they weren't putting the all highest at the top. They were just glorifying self. So when you had bros like Nature Boy come into the game, all these people added on the right thing they were supposed to add in, but Nature Boy came in, and of course, when you're not living at your highest, you're dealing with your lower self, you're going to be dealing with this sexual gratification, whether it's like in trainees, girls, or anything. You can't even address yourself and go longer than 30 days. That's a problem. And with someone who has a very high Kundalini energy and very magnetic pull, such as like a brother like Nature Boy, he wasn't able to master his sexuality. And when that came to pass, you hear a lot of things that I don't even really listen, but I just comes across my little timeline about little things with him, getting messed with in the joint and shit like that, and just dealing with how he handled sexuality outside and just the deviousness of it, And when he's seen like, the evolution of, the natural native, like, we rocking feathers over here, P, when nobody was rocking feathers. This is with pioneers in this joint in nature while in the city, man. Getting in nature while being in the city. So all these things were like, these false prophets, they were trying to do it to their own monetary gain. And when they got in, they got out. And I respect certain brothers. And then you got brothers that came into the game too, that's trying to get you to follow him. What's his name? He wants to have a school or a university. Brother Umar, he was trying to be in Africa a lot, but now he's starting to realize, yo, man, America is the place. G, it's the cream of the crop, and we rise to the top always. G, we always was the gold medalist, even in our lowest estates. Just imagine if we was able to train, but we had to be in a lower state just to show the glory of the Most High, the Creator. This is why the hand is upon America right now. Motherfuckers trying to get that shit straight and get it back in the hands so you can get you some land and shit like that, because there's so much land over there, so much money, and niggas ain't even eating off of it. It's just certain ones who chose to take the sign of the beast, which is the 666 sign. Nigga, you ain't no 666, man. You're a crystalline being, my nigga. You dealing with the all-spark. These mothers is carbon based. They'll wither away. It's carbon always wither away. Diamond is a symbolic to what ether is, which is like always everlasting type shit. But they'll say that, oh, diamond came from carbon. I don't know. Whatever they say. But we know that that diamond can form one side of lava stones and rocks now for millions of years and shit. And even in depths of caves, so there's different kind of diamonds and different kind of crystals. But anyhow, though, these beings who want to come into the game and tell you like certain histories to get you to follow them, like they're the all eyes survey God. That's the whole secret, to make you follow them to be the God. And that's how certain gods in the nation of gods and earths are. It's the big I, little you. They're like 10%ers. When they see that you are hungry for knowledge and wisdom, they tend to market towards that to your ass. And then they just give you degrees every now and again, and just to get you, to string you along. But Most High chosen to break out of anything that's like that. It cannot be confined, G. Not Most High chosen, It'll run circles around a lot of shit, because that's how it's built. That's how it's got to be in you and not on you and shit. So following someone, a false shepherd, you got to be able to break out and think for yourself. This is why knowledge is the foundation and wisdom is the way to the understanding. And that's how you live your culture, your divine culture of I, God, which is a free dome, a free mind to show the power of the all highest, the Most High, and using refinement to apply the truth. And that's showing the divine equality of everything by being God, which is the motivator, sustainer, controller, Lord of all worlds. You're like little gods. You're going to be controlling a whole world. You're controlling your world, but you're going to be controlling the whole world. You're a light being, G. A whole world. They want to make something. They want to make something that you can come follow their ass on and shit. And they're the king of all I survey. While you start looking at other parts of creation, like, yo, man, how did you make that? And they can't even answer you because they false gods. Instead of giving it up to the all high, it's like, man, knowledge is infinite. That's it. And the wisdom is what you experience by living and existing and getting that understanding. This is why the culture is free. This is why your culture is free. Wicked, man. That's showing that you knowledge is for wherever you at. That's using knowledge once again, which is the foundation of all things. You build and destroy. You utilize your knowledge to manifest the building blocks of this structure into the wisdom form, the corporeal solids, liquids, and gases that we can see. We can call them atoms come together to make elements, or molecules to make elements, things of that nature, Chief. They could have told you that, but they didn't. So you have to get that just through experience and living and eating certain ways. But this is how you born yourself over and over again. It's cycles. And so when you see an individual that's in search of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they're in that why mode. They're like, why is this? Why is this? So don't lead these ones down the wrong path. Because they are individuals, you got individuals that led thousands and thousands, even millions probably by now, down the wrong path by promising them, salvation within their own little said religion. Put them in a halfway house and shit like that. Y'all ain't got no land on the halfway house. So like, yo, man, we got ours over here, man. We're going to go get some land over here, purchase these acres. It's only 50,000. We got this certain tree. Yeah, not know what you call it. I know false prophet. They're like, yo, come to my shit. Come on over here. They say they've been in universities. Instead of, yo, we're over here. We're going to be building birth center. What are you talking about? We getting more other shit. Yo, we marketing. We're getting trying to get that money, G. There's so much money in the system that shit gonna flood the streets. What you gonna do then? You're gonna have to just deal with yourself. You're gonna have so much money that you're gonna have to only deal with yourself, like your own mental illnesses and traumas and shit. This is what you should be focused